On this week's episode of What the Lahecka, this question comes from some fourth graders in Virginia Beach who have to answer the prompt, which kind of storm is worse between a hurricane, a tornado, and a thunderstorm? And any of them could be correct because all of these storms have different strengths, and sometimes within a hurricane, the rain is going to be the biggest threat. Sometimes it's the storm surge, sometimes it's the flooding, sometimes it's the wind. So each storm is very, very different, and that's why each storm can bring different impacts and different damages to a region. So thunderstorms can actually come from both of those different types, a hurricane or a tornado. But both of those bring the most damage typically. And then we see the wind either with a hurricane or a tornado. And actually tornadoes can also come from a hurricane. So really a lot of different things from each of these storms, but it can all be wrapped into one sometimes as well. We see the flooding from hurricanes, but also the storm surge, and then from tornadoes, we're dealing with that really localized wind that can just tear apart a neighborhood. But a hurricane sometimes is a lot more in terms of widespread damage across an entire state, across the entire East Coast sometimes. So a lot of these storms are very different. So you could argue either way that any of these storms could be the most dangerous. So if you have any weird weather questions or phenomenons, make sure to send them my way on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll answer them for you on next week's episode of What the Lahecka. Is that good? Is it confusing? Okay, that's fine.